Well, hello, everybody. It's my pleasure to bring the most recent update for the city of Belleville as we deal with these very unusual COVID-19 times. This update is for the week of Monday, October the 19th. And a lot of things are going on in Ontario. We've seen some reductions in some regions to what they call stage 2. We have not had that occur in our health unit region. But it is a reminder to stay vigilant, to be careful, to take all the steps that are necessary. In our health unit region, so the Prince Edward Hastings Health Unit, we have had a phenomenal performance, including almost 44,000 swab tests that were done at our COVID-19 assessment center, as well as the mobile ambulance or paramedics that will go to your home and do tests for people that can't make it to the COVID-19 assessment center. A reminder, you need to pre-book those appointments, and then they are now being restricted to people who are showing symptoms. If you are what they call asymptomatic, meaning that you don't have necessarily the symptoms, but you want to be careful, the Shoppers Drug Mart on Sydney Street in Belleville has a assessment center where you can go in and get tested. And I encourage everyone who wants to do so to do that. It is good for peace of mind, at least. And then, of course, if you are required to have a full test, you'll be going to the COVID-19 assessment center on College Street. But with all the activity that's going on, we have very, very low numbers. We have currently 4 active cases in the entire region, and the rest have all been resolved. The Prince Edward Health Unit and Dr. Oglaza continues to meet weekly with all the mayors in the area. And we will be meeting this week, and there will be an announcement regarding Halloween coming out soon. I know I've been getting a lot of phone calls at the office. People on fixed incomes are asking, should they be buying candy for trick-or-treaters, as well as some parents who don't have necessarily the means are asking if they should be buying Halloween costumes for their children. And we're trying to get a decision as quickly as possible. Everything with COVID has been moving quickly. We've been trying to deal with it day by day, but we're trying to give people some more information. So stay tuned for later this week, an announcement regarding the recommendations for Halloweening and the traditional trick-or-treating as we deal with it. In the last election, and if you can see over my my right shoulder, so left on the screen, that is actually my my campaign platform, my brochure that I had during the election. It's on the wall here because every day I look at it to see what did I talk about that council or I was going to be doing this term, and how are we progressing on it. And a big issue was housing, and particularly the lack of rental housing in our market. And in March of 2019, we had a housing summit where a number of recommendations came out of that we could tackle the huge shortfall of rental accommodation and what the impact of that lack of demand, supply has on our market. And they had to go through a process, a very bureaucratic process required by the province for how we can make changes to all those policies. Well, we are moving really well along that. Right now, we have what's called a public information center on rental housing, and it's primarily looking at the incentives that the city of Belleville will provide to builders and developers so they can make more rental housing. Since 2019, we've already had 565 new units approved by the city for rental housing in the city, but it really hasn't made a dent. We still see huge shortages of space. People are paying very high rental rates, and we really believe that adding supply to the market is going to make a big impact. So I encourage you to go to the city's website, take some time to read and fill out the Public Information Center questionnaire on our rental housing incentive plan, and that'll make a big difference. What I'm showing you right now on the screen are some pictures from my visit to the new 103 unit seniors facility that's being constructed at 135 College Street. And this is a college in Albion. You can see that big structure. It's been under construction for some time. And you can see pictures here of what the individual units will look like, the building, as well as the size of this development. And I really want to thank the builders for this. We're looking forward to adding this into the market, likely in 2021, but we'll see how construction goes with it. And we have more to come. Matter of fact, we have a number of projects right now all over the city to add more rental units, and we're all looking forward to that coming online. The other thing I just want to direct people to is if you have 10 or 15 minutes to go to the city's website, we are looking for feedback on our parks master plan for the city. And so this is for the future of outdoor recreation, sports fields, playgrounds, parks, tennis courts, pickleball courts, all the activities that we have, including athletic fields, but also our shoreline trails and our active transportation. So we're looking for some feedback. This was one of the goals of all of us on council this term, is we want to get more feedback and interaction from residents, and this is your opportunity. And so I ask you to do so. Just as I get to close out on our comments today, there are two more things I wanted to talk about. First of all is the Festival of Lights. In about a month's time, we will be activating the annual Christmas lighting display. And it's going to be a little different this year, both the lighting display as well as the Santa Claus parade. But, we work on this all year round to get ready for this time. And so on November the 20th, this Festival of Lights and the changes will be activated. This week, we were proud to announce that we've raised a record amount of money in donations this year, $43,500 already for the lighting display that helps to repair it, maintain it, and when we are able to raise money to add to it. And so I want to thank the committee that works on that and all of our city staff. And we're looking forward to the fact that even though we're dealing in COVID times, we're still going to have a very great festive holiday season for everybody. And we're looking forward to that. And the last thing I want to talk about is there's going to be some very exciting news coming out this week regarding the city's relationship with the Belleville Agricultural Society, the Quinny exhibition, and the fairgrounds property on the corner of Bridge Street West and Sydney Street. And that exciting announcement will be about their new location. And so I'm just going to leave that out as a teaser. There'll be more discussion about it next week. Next week, I'm going to be very excited, not just to provide the update from the city of Belleville for our weekly event, but also to be joining a new television program, which will be running on Wednesday evenings at 7 o'clock. And I'm looking forward to being the first guest on it and working with Paul Martin and all the volunteers at YourTV who continue to provide this excellent service for us to keep us in touch. So with that, I wish you all a great rest of the week, and I look forward to being in touch with you next week.